Hey everybody, Juice here, your host of all the battle reports here at the Long War, where we always keep it icy. Big shout out and thanks to all our Long War vets. If you haven't already, stop what you're doing, go to longwar.net and become a veteran of the Long War today. Alright, before we say anything else, this guy standing next to me, Brian Delgado, coming in hot, Beats Laboratory in full effect here, and we're going to be rolling some epic dice.
Yeah, really happy to be here. Really good opportunity for me to try to avenge myself against this man. We have a very long history of avoiding each other at tournaments and kicking the crap out of each other in the practice rooms.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like Brian and I have been throwing games for years and years, battling each other at local events and everything. So it's going to be super awesome and special to get it all on camera. This is the different style of IG that I've been talking about. A little bit different version. Let's go right into it. Okay, so vets, you might have seen something like this. A-Dog Austin was running a very similar list when he faced Dean in the league that we were doing. But here is my style version with some slight tweaks depending on what I take to tournaments. But before I jump into the Astra Militarum part, which is the meat and potatoes of the list, I'm going to start right here. Dead in the center is my psychic presence. I have Tiggy and the Conclave led with two level 2 librarians. One has an Auspex. We also have in this unit kind of that I all clump together, I have Codius. I have now for the IG Astra Militarum part, I have a Engine Seer and a Militarum Priest. A big fatty blob that I will attach all stuff to, or potentially kind of leak out as 3 10-man units with power axes and plasma guns. The command squad, the platoon command squad, has 4 melta guns and a power axe. I also have chilling over here, I have a vet squad with demo charges, 3 melta guns, and camo nets. So they're kind of like my I'll be somewhere, chill, go to ground, wait till later to potentially jump on somebody with a good amount of offense that they can do. And then now my favorite part of this list, which is past Plasma Kushner multi-meltas last cannon. This is the best way variant to go. Don't ever run heavy bolters on Pask ever again in your life, everybody. Like, this guy is an absolute G. So they also have never run him automatically add the 5 points extra for each tank. So they have dozer blades, and because I don't have a void shield generator or any kind of defense besides platoon, my platoon squad for my alpha strike, I always run now camo net to give myself a little bit of extra defense for cover saves and stuff like that on turn 1. It is also followed by 2 squads of 2 wyverns, and my good old mana core.
Hey vets, so this is my style of Eldar. Essentially, this is what happens when a longtime Space Marine player switches to the Eldar race. Okay, so the centerpiece of this army is actually the Corpse Thief formation from the Homunculi Dark Eldar supplement. I know they look like Wraith Lords, but in this case I actually modeled them to ensure that they had double weapons, splinter cannons, and used Dark Eldar runes because I wanted to highlight more of an Eldar-centric theme. On top of the Corpse Thief from the Homunculus Coven, we've got the Warlord, who's our Farseer on bike. He's got Stone and Spear. We've got a second Warlord on bike, just straight up. We've got 3 squads of War Spiders that come out of the Aspect formation. They're getting the +1 Ballista skill. We've got 2 squads of 3-man jet bikes. They're bare bones, just twin link shuriken catapults. And then we got the Big Daddy Lord of War, Wraith Knight, Sword and Board. And that's it.
All right, so Brian, we just did the army breakdown. So great to see your style of Eldar. So I'm super pumped about it. And I just want to talk a little bit like for the mission. Today we're going to be playing a Dawn of War, kill points. Pretty standard with First Blood, Linebreaker, Slay the Warlord, and all that goodness. Let's just talk about lists. We know what each other's playing now. The secret has been revealed. So, man, I'm going to just come out hot and say, damn, those Taloses are going to be rough.
Yeah, the advantage of the army that I am bringing is I don't bring a whole lot of kill points. So for when I do draw a mission like this, it's advantageous. The Talos are they're kind of a pain in the butt to kill.
Yeah, true. There's literally no easy kill points. You've got all the maneuverability that you can ever imagine from the Codex with Warp Spiders being able to jump, super jump, triple jump. jump in the movement phase, jump in the shooting phase, jump in the assault phase, jump in my phase. So, they're wherever they want. And then Eldar jet bikes do what they do, 71, 94 million inches in a turn.
Although, to be fair, I didn't bring a single scat bike.
Oh, true story. I like that. But it just shows to the strength of those 51-point Eldar jet bikes.
Agreed.
What I really, really like also is you brought the D Knight.
You
know what I mean? Like that is actually everybody at home.
did.
Like that's like, oh, I've got D range and stuff like that. Like that guy's nothing.
Nothing beats sword and board.
And
if you can only bring one, don't leave home without that guy.
Absolutely, because he's the toughest to kill. He's even worse in combat, and so he's going to be a pain to get rid of. And those paintings. So I've got my work cut out for me, but I am really happy with the amount of firepower.
Can I talk about how I feel looking at your army? So I like to wound on initiative and shoot and move. You know what we don't like to shoot at? Freaking tanks. Tanks are not our friends. So, and that blob squad, plus the Librarius Conclave and all those power dice you bring, there's a lot of concern that I have right now that my Eldar are just going to get. Well, at the end of the day, it's a lot of shots. It's a lot of shots, and potentially this blob does a lot with, like as you said, the psychic phase and stuff. And Pass does what Pass wants. He do.
So I cannot wait. I think this is going to be an epic matchup. So that only the dice will tell. All right, Brian, here it is, the first rolls of the game, and I cannot wait to start rolling them. So this is for the epic, actually not so quasi-epic. This is to see what table side we go. Basically, at this point in time, left to right. So, Rockin', I feel like you got a 1 beat. 2 it is.
Barely. Barely. I don't need a 5. I just need a 2.
That's right. Anything better. So now that we got that out of the way, we'll roll to see who deploys first and goes first. So
right.
Are you going to take left or right side?
I'm going to take left side.
Perfect. So now this is kind of the big roll. This roll to see who goes first, deploys first, and all that kind of good stuff, because that's how we do. And 2, I'm getting better. It's better than a 1.
All right. Somebody wise once told me all you got to do is roll a 6. Or a 1.
Or a 1.
Or 1 is,
I'm gonna opt deploy first and see how that goes.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, models have been deployed. Brian, it is time to throw down. I guess I'll go ahead and start my first turn.
Not so fast.
Gotcha.
I do believe I have the opportunity to roll this 6.
You do.
Use the initiative, I believe.
Let's see if you can stick it.
2 again.
2.
What is that?
At least you're consistent. Guys, it is my top of 1. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Okay, so the plan here is to kill more models than the other team. I don't have this, as you know, we're playing a kill point mission, guys. So here we are, and it is my job to kill all those court thieves before they get to me.
Alrighty. I kept, for that reason, I kept all my nice squishy little jet bikes off the table, holding them in reserves. Got one squad of war spiders hanging out back there too. My intent is to get as close to you as possible and wither the Imperial Guard's guns and hopefully punch you in the face.
There it is.
Alright.
The first turn psychic phase. Absolutely love it, considering all the psychics that I have now that I get to roll on something other than the nid table. So let's see how many community dice we are looking at. Would you expect anything less?
Of course. I roll a 2.
So we're gonna go with starting out. We are gonna cast invisibility. One of the main units that I really want is Pask, and I love that unit. I don't know what he's got surprised, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast invisibility as my first power from the Conclave with Tiggy and on him. That goes off on 4 dice. And that unit is invisible. Brian, do you want to try to stop that?
Go ahead and let that go through.
I feel like that was a good, easy pass there.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, we're going to give some love to the blob squad that is formed up. We're going to go ahead and try to cast 4 warning on that unit. Again, on a 2-up. That goes off with 3 successes.
Well,
Brian?
sounds good. Looks great. Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
So now we're going to go ahead and dabble into the sanctuary aspect. Okay, and now for the third and final psychic ability from the Conclave, I am going to cast Misfortune on that big Corpse Thief unit. I still have to, I feel, yep, so Brian's getting his dice ready.
Yeah, this is the point where I'm going to go ahead and step in and try to allow my unit's toughness to do its thing.
And he does. 2 6s stops that. Okay, so it is Sanctuary time. And that is going to come from Codius to the Blob Squad unit to potentially everybody. So you know that means that Blob Squad will have a 3-up invuln. So I'm looking for 1/4 on these 4 dice. Wow. So in all reality, that's what we call the double perils because I rolled a double and I rolled double 6s. But it can only happen once. So let's roll the perils result and see what happens. It is a 1, and I'm looking for a good old leadership check, and or my bottle will be removed. I passed my check, so I just automatically take a 1. All right, it is shooting phase, and before I do anything else, pull a trigger on any other model, my mana core is going to be up. And hey guys, I brought an engine here for a reason, not only to give me power, machine spirit, and cool things on task, but guess what? I get to shoot, bust off 2 missiles now on turn 1 because Power of the Machine Spirit allows me to shoot 1 more something weapon system more than I would normally do. So Brian, do me a favor, brother. I'm going to try to hit that the Thief's Corpse Thief unit and tell me what I get.
You're going to get 2 Wraith Lords, Wraith Knight, and 1 on the direct hit of the War Spiders.
Absolutely. So that's where I'm going to be gunning at. My first one up, I do not have prescience, so this is going to land where it goes. Well, what did I say? It is going to be a direct hit. So there's the first. First of potential D3 missiles. How many am I going to get? Did you have any other question, guys? You knew a 6 was coming up.
I knew that was going.
So my first one is a hit. Brian, let's just go right back on top and see where the next one goes.
Okay.
That is going to move 1 inch, brother.
Okay, so that's going to give you...
Still the same result?
Exactly the same result, yes.
Absolutely. And last one from this first missile. That is going to go 2 inches, looks like almost straight back.
So that's going to be... You're picking up... You lose 1 Wraith Lord, or 1 Talus, excuse me.
Absolutely.
You pick up a 2nd Warp Spider.
Perfect. Okay, we've got wound counters for that, so now it is for the next D3. And again, everybody remember, because of the engine seer, this is possible. I'm going to put it in the same spot, and let's see how many missiles. I mean, absolutely love it. So this is the first one. We're going to go with a hit.
All right.
So that's 2, 1, and 1. And second missile, guys, that is coming down the line almost a little bit, Brian. Looks like 3 total inches. 4 total inches, I apologize.
Okay, so this is going to get you 1 Wraith Lord and 1 Warp Spider.
Okay. And my last missile for this turn. That is a hit. I get back to get 2, 1, and 1.
2, 1, 1.
Wow, this might be the best mana core shooting that I've seen in a while. So I was able to throw down 10 potential wounds to the Talos pain engines. So here we go. I'm wounding them on a 2. Brian, that doesn't happen very often, does it?
No.
Wounding something on a 2. So, brother,
tough to 7 monstrous creatures are not very comfortable being wounded on a 2.
No. So you have that many saves. Now I'm only AP 4, so if I'm not mistaken, you get your 3-up armor.
I sure do. And I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll your dice.
Absolutely.
Save time. Let's see what I can do here.
Good stick.
Like 3 failed, but I do have Feel No Pain.
Ooh,
so
great.
Let's see if we can Feel No Pain a couple of these.
You picked 1 up and took 2 ones.
So that does keep a Talus from dying, which is good for me.
Okay, I was able to squeeze off 5 into the Wraith Lord.
Wraith Knight.
That's a
Wraith Knight, excuse me, I'm sorry, Wraith Knight. They all, hey, Wraith something. So that is 4. Even though you are toughness 8, I'm still loving wounding you on 2s, everybody. This is the wealth and positiveness that the mana core can give you. Brother, that is 4 saves.
All right, well, I'm glad you love it. Obviously, I'd like to see you having the wound on those 5s and 6s again. All right, failed 1. However, he also has Feel No Pain, so let's see what we do. He fails to Feel No Pain, the Wraith Knight takes a wound.
And now here is for the spiders. That is 6 wounds, boss.
All right, so this is a unit that is very, very, very comfortable and used to being wounded on 2s.
Okay.
Being a toughness 3 Eldar unit. They have a 3-up armor save. I do lose 2. They
No feel, no
unfortunately
pain.
do not have feel no pain, and even if they did, I think strength 10 kind of doubles that up.
Absolutely. Okay, we have Pask up next. We're going to throw down. I have the ability to split fire and do some other cool stuff because of orders, but I decided not to do that. I literally want to put as much firepower in this unit as possible to see what I can do. And come to find out, Pask can put in work. So let's see what he does against these toughness 7 guys. I have 2 multi-meltas. I can't do anything about a reroll with that. I have a last cannon. And I've got 20 other shots. Ones I get a reroll. 2s I can't do anything with. Okay. Now I am strength 5. Nothing I can do about rerolls, anything else, so I'm looking for 6s. They also ran. Got a couple in there. Couple looking like 5. That's pretty solid. Now I have my multi-melt at a wound. That's a not, and my last cannon to wound. That is a yes. All right, so Brian, you have got 1 last cannon wound up first before those rending Punisher shots.
All right, I get a 4-up cover save from the ruins in the middle, which I failed on the 3, but I do get my feel no pain with that toughness 7.
That is so sick that they get feel no pain. You felt it a little bit there, but coming stock toughness 7 with feel no pain is so clutch.
I don't mind.
Now
All
that's
right.
5 rending Punisher shots coming at you.
All right, again, so I'm going to get that covered 4-up cover save from the ruins in the center. I failed 3 of them, but I do get my feel no pains once again, so let's see what we do here. I save 1, so coupled with the last cannon wound, that's 3 total wounds. Each base is 3 wounds, so I lose 1 talus.
I win the game, is that right? Is that what just happened? First blood? All right, his Plasma Cutioner is up next. Because of the angle of arcing that I'm at there, I'm going to have to come down range over on this side. I really wanted to come over here and maybe get 1-in-1, but that building's got good line of sight blocking keeping me from doing that. So let me see if some stuff gets hot before anything else happens. This is the big 3-shot turret up top. It does. It actually gets hot. So now let's see what happens. On the roll of a 1 or a 2, I take a hull point. I did not. That weapon cannot fire. Now I have 2 side sponsons. Wow. I want you to understand. Oh, excuse me. I apologize.
I was going to say, don't you have preferred
I
enemy?
forgot that I'm Pask and I have preferred enemy, you know, like brain fart and it stinks in here. So I get to re-roll this one from the top turret. Okay, so the top turret is shooting. This side turret I get to re-roll. And it is shooting as well. Everybody is firing on all cylinders. 5 shots, 5 blast templates. Looking for 5 hits, Brian. That is not going to be a hit. I'm going to go on a fair guess to say that is moving 5 inches, and that is not going to be anything.
Somewhere over in the
So that is 1 down. I got 4 more. We are moving to a direction that will not get us anything. We've got, this is template 3. Now I might maybe get a warp spider or something 7 inches back, brother.
Well, to be clear, Juice, you do have to minus your ballista skill because you do have line of sight on these. So it's not
Yeah. Well,
quite
so
that
the 7 inches? No, yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally nothing.
So it happens to just miss a warp spider.
Okay, and then so that's 3. So this is number 4.
It hits.
Yay! And the last one. That will 2 inches.
2 inches, you're still going to get this guy.
Perfect. So now I am strength 7. You are toughness 7. I'm looking for 4s with reroll 1s. That is 1 wound.
Alrighty. Well, this time, unfortunately, all I have is a 5-up cover save. So let's see what I can do with it. I failed the cover save. Feel no pain. I failed to feel no pain. He takes a wound.
Heavy bolter is coming in hot. Maybe not too hot.
Yeah, that toughness 7 finally having a purpose.
And now it is time. Wyvern up. This unit first is going to come in super hot. I'm going to throw all the templates that I can down on this Warp Spider unit. Brian, now, did you want to talk about, are you going to opt to Warp Jet, Super Jump, Run Fast, Fleet move?
Alright, so in this instance, I'm going to go ahead and not flicker jump. I deployed them in a manner where they're all 2 inches apart to begin with, and it's going to provide me with maximum opportunities in my movement phase.
So that's kind of one of those things earlier when you were dedicated underneath the Wyvern template, or the Manicore template, excuse me. That was kind of, you're like, why do I need to move?
Correct.
Do anything
I had
else
absolute opportunity to do a flicker jump then. I chose not to for the same reason.
Absolutely. Love it. I'm only going to get 1 model no matter basically where I go, so I'm going to go for his Warlord. And here we go. That is a hit. I always like doing that on my first dice. So everybody, you'll see at home how fast and easy I can do this. I will make 2 lines. This is my first one, getting 1. Next one, I'm also going to get a 1. Oh, I can, that's right, I move it over, now I'm picking up 2. As you see, I stacked them right next to each other, so I indicate where I'm going. That is a flip. Brian, let's see, 1, I'm gonna re-roll that, because I feel like if I roll a hit, I can get a little more. That is coming back the opposite way. Did I still pick up 1?
Looks like you just missed him.
Okay, so that's what happens sometimes when you get a little overzealous. So what I do, everybody at home, is I mark that with a 6. A single 6 rolled means I did nothing. My last one from that gun is a hit, so that'll pick me up. Can I get in a position to get 3, Brian?
You can get 3.
Wow, that is going to be my new home for this next set of 4 dice. So that is going to be another 3. Now, everybody, you see how I'm spacing, keeping all my dice nice and neat.
That's 1 more.
I'm going to, again, be a little overzealous and try to roll a hit. I did not.
You still get the 1.
Get the 1, okay? 2 more rolls, guys.
That's going to flip back and get you right on top of the Warlord.
So just 1?
Just 1.
Okay, I'm going to re-roll that again. I'll go that way. Wow, how can I get 2 with none? Hey, and look, guys, that is literally right on the same line. Number 3 of each dice doesn't want to roll. And the last one, can I stick a hit? I did not. I'm re-rolling it. Okay. I'm fishing. Nope.
Get you 2, though.
2? Perfect. So now, again, everybody at home, I have my 2 rows of 4. I'm going to take an extra second just to show you this. I won't take any more time in the rest of the game. This is one weapon system. This is another. It is now my turn. I remove my 2 6s, my individual 6s. So that is something, so you can see, again, I spoke a couple extra words just to clarify. If you're using Wyverns in your local scene, anything else, make it easy and clear for your opponent. So now I can just scoop all these up and move on to the next step. I am strength 4.
Toughness 3.
So I'm looking for 3s. Come to find out, I got a cool special ability that everybody, all the vets know about. It is Shred. Get that out of the way here. Okay, that many, brother.
Is that it?
That is it.
So unfortunately, because it's all centered off my Warlord, I'm going to have to roll off my Warlord first. That's going to make me do a whole series of Lookout Sirs. I'm going to actually start just rolling on the Warlord because he has 3 wounds. He failed his very first wound. So I'm going to Lookout Sir by 2s. So my Lookout Sir, 1 passed, 1 failed. This is the armor save on the Warlord. He passed it. This is the armor save on the nearest Warp Spider. He passed it. Looking Out Sir by 2. Both passed, so these are on closest Warp Spiders. Both passed. Doing it again. Both passed. Warp Spiders. Both passed. Doing it again. So 1 failed. This is on the Warlord.
That is a 4, everybody.
So for those at home, it's a 4. He passed. And this is on the closest Warp Spider. He failed. So I lose a Warp Spider. And this is the very last wound on the Warlord. I'm going to Lookout Sir. He passes the Lookout Sir. And the Warp Spider makes his armor save.
Great rolling, brother. So that was the end of my turn. I feel kind of confident. I was able to put some damage to a couple units. My second Wyvern unit came in hot again, was able to peel off another couple Warp Spiders, but they were making 3-up saves like it was 2 of rerollable, so that's clutch. They are fearless. They automatically are past their checks. Nobody's falling back to anything, and now I get to go through a turn of what the Eldar can do.
Okay, so we did actually weather the storm of the Imperial Guard's first turn's round of shooting. We did take some wounds, but that's all right. We were expecting that. Our intent right now is to close with them and make them pay. Okay, so I went ahead and moved all my big tough guys forward as far as they could go. Right now I'm going to start with the movement of the Warp Spiders. So I'm going to start with this white squad that took a little bit of a beating to the Imperial Squadron. And we're going to start with the 2d6. So they get 2d6 plus 6 inches. So that's a 14-inch total movement.
So fast.
Phase. And I'm going to go ahead and start moving them now.
So, Brian, what I like the fact is that you moved your bat guys first. So this is something different that we don't always see here in the Beats Laboratory. This is why we always love bringing people in, and especially somebody as a veteran player as Brian. When he moves models, instead of moving the first model forward and see how far, especially once a unit is nice and spaced out and taking casualties, he's going to move the back models first to see once models he can start placing depending on where coherency is and stuff like that. Like, what a great veteran move to show everybody everybody here on camera.
Okay, yeah, so I want to get as far forward as I possibly can. I want to ensure that I'm as spaced out as I can for all those templates that are coming my way. And get as far and close as I can to you to shoot you. Okay, so it's my psychic phase. I'm going to go ahead and roll and see how many extra psychic dice we get. Looks like 2. All right, so my intent for this phase, let's see if I can pull off a fortune on the Talos squad. This is going to allow them to reroll all saves. Unlike the Librarian's Conclave, I require a 4 to cast successfully. This is important enough to me that the Farseers have the ability to reroll any number of dice I choose 1 time per Farseer. I'm going to go ahead and do that on this roll. So I have 3 successes on fortune.
This means so much to me that I'm actually going to launch all my dice. I probably potentially would not do that in a game, you know, all the time, but I know how important that is. So I'm looking for 3 6s on not 18 dice, so we'll see what math says. And I get 1 6.
I'm not going to lie to you, Juice. I'm not crying.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's nice a little bit for me in the sense that it allows me not to worry so much about his ability to counter. So my next action is I'm going to use the same Farseer who no longer has rerolls because he already used it to try to doom the big blob squad. It fails, no rerolls. My last action is to attempt to give the Wraith Knight a forewarning 4-up invul save. It does succeed, so I'm not going to bother with any rerolls. So at the culmination of my phase, I've got all my Taluses now can reroll every save, and my Wraith Knight now has a 4-up invul. So I'm going to start this shooting round. All I did was run the Wraith Knight forward. We're going to have the Talos go ahead and fire at the blob squad. Now, one of my Taluses, unfortunately, is staring at a wall that he can't see through, so only 3 are going to get to shoot. But each Talos is equipped with a twin-link splinter cannon, which gives them 6 shots apiece. They're only ballistic skill 3, so we're looking for 4s, but they are twin-linked. Okay, so not a bad shot. I like these dice. Everyone should buy some. Okay, here's my twin link. All right, only 2 misses. Not bad out of 18 shots. They're poisoned, so they wound anything in the game except gargantuan creatures on a 4-up. So even though these are little toughness 3 guardsmen, I still need 4s. Looks like Juice. We've got 7 saves.
Looks like I got 7 Joes before something serious happens. 7 3-ups.
Beasting them all.
Seems good.
All right, we're going to move on.
Actually, I apologize. That is 7 4-ups, so I lose 2 models because you actually stop Sanctuary.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm glad you
So,
remembered.
do.
I'd like to say that makes me really happy, but it feels a little anticlimactic, to be clear. Okay. One of the negatives of firing poison weapons and things that are weak in toughness 3 is that you don't feel like you're getting your full bang for your buck, but since they have no effect on vehicles, I didn't have a lot of options. Now we're going to move to the Warp Spiders. Now they have battle focus, so they're going to go ahead and run first to get a better angle at this platoon command squad hiding in this building. I rolled a 4. They have fleet. I have the option to re-roll it, but I won't normally roll something as high as a 4 because my luck, I'll get a 2, as you have seen earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and run them to get an angle to better be able to get line of sight on maximum amount of models.
And that's pretty cool too because nobody has picked up First Blood yet, and this would be is a nice juicy target to potentially get those points. First points of the game, matter of fact.
Okay, so everyone is in range. I have the ability now from a couple of these guys on the side in this window to see the entire squad, which they couldn't do prior to me running.
Absolutely. This guy right here is the MVP of the unit because he's the one that can lay eyes on these units, on the guy in the back here where nobody else can. This is why Battle Focus and these Warp Spiders are so deadly. Maybe in your local meta they don't have them all, but you're going to see in this game, especially with how many Brian is bringing to the table, how deadly they are.
All right, so each guy is going to get to fire 2 shots. With 2 shots coming from the Exarch, I'm going to roll him separately because he's ballistic skill 6. What that means is,
by the way,
if I roll a 1, on a 6, he still hits. Oh, so close. He's trying. All right, so the rest of the squad, because of the aspect host formation, as you might recall, they're ballistic skill 5, so they need 2s. All right, we got a couple ones in here. Let me get those out of the way. Weirdly enough, the strength 6 weapon of the War Spider targets the initiative rather than the toughness, which in this case is the same. They're all 3 no matter what. So strength 6 on initiative 3 requires 2 to wound. Any 6s are rending. So it looks like we actually didn't miss any of our wounds. So, Juice,
We'll make this
you've
easy.
got 5 rends.
I'm looking for 3 up cover saves all around because I went to ground and cover. So I'm going to just knock this down and make a bunch of 3-ups. This is tight. I don't think I failed 5 here. Looks like I only failed 3. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. That is true. That is true. Here's that leadership check for those 2 guys chilling left in the building. Come to find out, rolling 6s all the time isn't necessarily a good idea. So let's see how far they run.
Whoa.
That is 10 inches. Brother, I think that's going to get you first blood. Wow, 9 inches from the board.
I almost don't know what to say. That was so shocking. But, you know, not complaining. To be
Love
clear,
it.
not complaining.
Absolutely love it. I am not complaining either. I can't get mad when my dice just roll hot. Love it.
You gotta get payback sometime.
Brian, that's the end of your turn 1. Let's talk about how you feel.
I don't feel too badly. I got the first blood. That doesn't hurt. I've got a
It's
War Spider.
always really solid to get points that nobody can take away from you.
Exactly. I got a War Spider squad moving along the flanks. My front is still essentially pretty threatening, which is everything I really feel like I need in this fight.
Okay, so basically what I'm going to showcase in this turn is some shake and bake maneuverability. When I mean shake and bake, literally if I don't kill what's in front of me, guard die. This is basically it's coming down to this. So I got some tricks and cool things I'm going to show and roll them out. All right, it is the psychic phase. Got everybody into position. So now we have got our community dice. Let's see how many we got. Bringing an additional 4 to the table. So I'm going to come out hot immediately and got to make sure that misfortune goes off. So I'm going to onto the Wraith Knight. My goal for this is all the threats that Brian's got plus what's coming in reserve. I've got to get rid of this Wraith Knight. He is so tough to deal with, so I need all those rending shots that I can get. So I'm going to put 4 into him. All right, I picked up all of them and still no perils. Sometimes you got to grab the psychic phase by the balls and make it your bitch. So, Brian, do you want to try to solve a 4 success psychic ability?
Unfortunately, with my 10 deny dice, I'm going to have to let it go.
Okay. Okay, so next up on deck is I'm going to try to cast invisibility with 6 dice. No perils and 5 successes.
Looks pretty good to me.
Feel like that's on a roll there. And then now I'm going to go for a Psychic Shriek against the Wraith Knight. Again, it goes off on 3 successes.
Obviously, I'm going to attempt to stop this one. 3 successes, I do.
All right, it's orders time of the shooting phase, and the blob in that unit is going to try to cast first rank, second rank. And here is my leadership. 6 will let it happen. Okay, so we've got first rank, second rank went off. So that is a total of 66 total shots. Okay. Plus 3 pistols from the sergeants. So that is
We'll keep the 3 separate.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. We're on the same page. I get this many dice twice, plus 3. Here we go. Now, I wish the Conclave I would have been able to get some stuff off, but you just run out of psychic abilities when you want everything. Because this with Prescience would have been kind of clutch, but I love it. So I'm going to roll this all the way through for everybody and see what happens. So because of the rending aspect, because misfortune, that's how come flashlights can try to hurt this. That is absolutely nothing on the first set. So let's rinse and repeat one more time with the next set of dice.
Glad that wasn't 2 wounds. That's a lot of 6s.
And looks pretty good. And now we're looking for those 6s. Okay, so that is 3, brother.
All right. So he gets a 4-up save. If you guys remember, he has 4 warning. He makes 2 of them. Feel no pain. He loses 2 wounds.
3 more little las pistols. That is a nothing. And I get my plasma guns. I'm going to roll these one time because they are within rapid fire and could get hot. See if he saves. He does. No, he does not. Next one. Good to go. And last one. So I killed 1 and strength 7. So looking for 5s.
You need 5s. Well, you need 4s to hit me and 3s to hit me. Excuse me, your veterans.
Yeah,
and 5s.
Yeah, these are the hit. So, and wow.
Oh, hit.
So, no, these were the 2 that hit. We're to wound here already.
Right,
I rolled
right.
it. Yep.
Excuse me.
Last one.
Okay, so 4-up invul again. I make 2. I got 1 feel no pain to make. And he does.
Stuck
He
in.
does. He does.
Got a plasma cutter from the engines here. That is a hit. Rolled a wound. That is a wound.
That's a wound. 4-up. He makes it.
Okay. Then now we've got a total of 3 bolt pistols from the Conclave. Looking for 6s. And then we've got Codiez and the Squawking Bird. Gets a total of that many shots. With that many hits. Looking for those 6s again. With 1 6.
Even a 4.
Stuck it like
And
a
he
champ.
stuck it again.
You want to know what Pask is just like, man, I don't want to leave anything to chance. Pask in the Plasma Executioner is going to unload into the Wraith Knight as well to try to bring him down. So these are the 2 multi-meltas. Can't do anything about a 2 and rolled a wound. Nothing. And the last cannon. That is a wound.
All right, getting that 4-up again. He makes it with a 4. See, he likes 4s.
Hey, he's a beast. And this is the Punisher cannon. So 2s, I'm gonna just go ahead and pull. 1s I get to re-roll because I'm cool. And then I'm looking for 6s.
All right.
2 more.
Again, these are rending, so I'm going to need those 4s. Failed both. Feel no pains. Stuck both. Wow.
Absolutely love it. Now I've got 3 plasma guns shooting at it, or the template. This is the turret weapon. Good to go, and this is the 2 side weapons. I get a re-roll. Good to go. So, Brian, if you will kind of center me over the top so we can see where we're at.
It looks like because of where you're located, you probably want to be to the back end of me and make sure you don't scatter into yourself.
I like it. So here we go with the first one. That is a hit. Second one. We're only
It's
sliding
still
2
gonna hit.
inches. Absolutely. That is 3 total. It's moving
You only-
3 inches.
You should still, pretty sure you still.
Oh yeah.
Yep, still getting
Good
it.
to go. So that is 4. This is the last one that we're going with. So that is 5. 5 against your 8, or excuse me, 7 against your 8 needs a 5. 2 more.
All right, need them 4-ups. 1 is passed. We got to feel no pain. That is failed. He takes a wound.
And lastly, man, I got guns for days. I've got a heavy bolter. 2s can't do anything about, nor can I do with 3s. That's that unit as well. Wasn't able to knock this big behemoth down with all the firepower that I have, so it's melt of vets time. So I'm going to charge my vets to here, but I heard it's got a big D.
It do got the big D.
An 8-inch charge is gonna put me right where I wanna be. If I'm not mistaken, we were sitting right at that 7-inch charge range. Everybody at home.
You are not mistaken.
Yes, sir, it is. It's a 7, and 8 inches makes it.
So I'm at initiative 5, so I do actually get to swing first. These are my 4 attacks. Needing 4s. I do have Master Crafted, so I'm going to re-roll one of these. I have 3 hits. I'm just going to go ahead and take this one. And I'm rolling on the D table. It looks like 3 really dead guardsmen.
3 super dead guardsmen. And then I get a pile in and my chance to swing with some melta bombs. Okay, so here are my attacks back. Needing some 4s. Got 3 hits. We're looking for 4s again.
2 it is. Looks like I need to get a 4-up invul again. I missed both. Let's look out for some feel no pains. I failed both.
He goes down. I really needed that to happen, and
the good news is, I do still get to buy stomps because it's your melt bombs are at I1 and my kits are unwieldy and my stomps are at I1. So
absolutely, what a great point. Because of the fact that a melta bomb is unwieldy, instead of going at their initiative 3, great job, Ryan. So D3 it is.
So I get 2 stomps.
Okay.
I'm going to place the first one here. So this is the first stomp. Let's find out what its power is. It looks like it's going to be a strength 6 AP 4. I got 4 models underneath the template, so I'm going to roll 4 to wounds. I wound all 4. Unfortunately, their armor saves only a 4, so it's 4 dead.
Anything but a 1 is just like rolling a 6.
It just saves me a roll.
There we go.
All right, so second stomp I'm going to go ahead and place here, which is definitely within 3 inches of the first stomp. Let's see what the power is. Okay, it's going to be that strength 6 AP 4 again. It looks like 2 dead. I think he's going to want his veteran to stay alive, I'm assuming.
Yeah, good old Sarge. Somebody's got to stay alive to tell the story.
And here goes the big red.
Oh, man. And his little consolidation run with 3 total inches. You know what? He is the biggest dick of all bandits. And he's coming in closer to the corpse thieves. Wow, what a really solid turn. I really needed that. I was able to knock down the Wraith Knight, as everybody saw. All my templates and firepower between both Wyvern Squads and the Thunder and the Mana Corps was able to put a lot of firepower down and pick up almost the rest of that War Spider unit. But everybody at home realized the red unit that already picked up first blood that's chilling over in this far terrain piece has Turbo Master Flicker Fire Backflip jump into this building, and I just basically looked at Brian and was like, yo, nothing I can do about it, dog. You're going to get whatever unit you want. So he's got a lot of firepower coming down, coming on me next turn. We'll see what I can, see whether or not if I can weather the storm.
Okay, so this is my bottom of turn 2. Obviously, the Eldar aren't real happy that they lost a Wraith Knight, but the looks like the Talos should have a good chance of getting stuck into that Blob Squad, see what kind of damage they can do. I'm hoping for some good reserve rolls, maybe get that other Warp Spider Squad in, and maybe take out these Mana Cores that have been causing the Warp Spiders so much problems. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and roll for the deep striking of my Warp Spider Squad that came in off the reserves. I got them plus 1 of the bike squads. They're going to go after these Wyverns. Let's see how they land. Dead hit. That works. So we're going to start with the War Spiders going ahead to shoot at that Wyvern Squadron. First thing they're going to do is Battle Focus run so that they have the opportunity to make sure that their Strength 6 is in the side armor. 2 inches. They do have Fleet. They're going to re-roll it. 2 inches again. Seems like 2 inches, which should be enough. Whenever you have the opportunity, anything under a 3, most of the time I'm going to re-roll just to be safe. But in this instance, it seems like they really wanted a 2. Okay, it puts them all nice and clean in the side arc of the Wyvern Squadron. We're going to go ahead and shoot here. Looks like they're going to put out 20 shots as soon as I get some more dice on
they are going to put out all right, and I'm jinking. I'm jinking a lot.
All right, so we got 7, 8, 9. The X-Arc we're going to roll separately because, excuse me, there's only 8 in that squadron. See, I'm trying to cheat you every time. All right, so starting with the X-Arc, he needs 2s, 2 hits. The rest of the squad needing 2s as well. All right, got a couple misses in there. All right, so that was Strength 6, needing side armor 10, so that's 4s to glance. Let's see what they do. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
a bunch of a lot.
It's 8, 7 of them being pens, and 1 of them being a glance.
Okay, I am going to go kaboom. How many total inches? Love it. So it looks like I'm going to get 4 guardsmen.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see if the explosion actually wounds your guardsmen. Strength 4 on toughness 3, needing 3s. Looks like 3 wounds.
3 5-up saves. Take 1. I was actually rolling. We're gonna look out, sir. That bad boy. Oh, you were able to pick off an axe.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like the best, worst explosion ever.
So this tank actually gets removed from play, and that's kind of what we were talking about. While this tank actually just remains as cover. Okay, so the Talos Corpse Thief is going to go ahead and shoot at this big blob squad they intend to charge. Sometimes I wouldn't do that out of fear of removing models and keeping me out of charge range, but since they are invisible, we're going with the theory that the more wounds we can get, the better. So they are now requiring 6s, twin linked. It's like shooting at flying guardsmen. Okay, good thing they're twin linked. It looks like we only had 4 hits. And we did pick up another, looks like 5 hits. Ordinarily, I would remove my misses rather than my hits, but when you're talking this many dice and that low of amount of hits, we're just going to go the easy route. So because they're poison, even though they're only toughness 3, I need 4s to wound. And juice, it looks like a whopping 5 hits and use.
And it looks like it's just 5 regular old Joes before anything really happens.
I would definitely say so.
3 guys, and I see 1, 2, 3.
All right. Okay, so it's my assault phase. I'm going to go ahead and declare charge with the Corpse Thief against the large blob squad. Let's get some Overwatch in here.
All right, so Plasma Gunner number 1 up front. Let's see if he saves himself. He does. Plasma Gunner number 2. Let's see if he saves himself. He does not. The Plasma Pistol from my Engine Seer. And I have 3 bolt pistols, plus a bird. This is how many bird shots? 4 total. Let's get it done.
Well, alrighty. Let's go ahead and see what kind of range we're looking at. Let's see this charges. Because I'm monstrous creatures, I'm not worried about the move through cover, so I get the full 7 inches instead of 5. Which should get me there.
Okay, so it is for my Militarum Priest, that sexy looking chick down there. I get Zealot and Hatred. Hatred and Fearless. And now with my Warhammer, I'm going to try to make myself Smash. Does not go off because she's an 8. Oh well. Moving right along.
Alright, so the next thing in line is my 4 smash attacks Hammer Wrath attacks from the Talos. They're strength 7 on majority toughness 3, so they basically need anything but. I get 3 wounds, but they're AP dash, so you get 3 armor saves.
Looks like 3 regular Joes up before anything else. Drops 2.
They have 5 attacks each on the charge. We didn't get a chance to show you earlier, but they are forewarned and fortuned. And their weapon skill 5, strength 7, AP 2 because they're monstrous creatures. And they have chain flail, so they get to reroll the wound, just in case you forgot. Alright, so needing 3s to hit.
Needing 6s because I'm invisible.
6s to hit because he's invisible. Bastard. So 2 whopping hits. That's less than normally good. Alright. And 2 strength 7 AP 2 wounds.
And do you get any rerolls to hit?
Not to hit, just to wound.
Just to wound, okay. So 2 wounds that are AP 2 that I can't do absolutely anything about. Again, 2 dead dudes. That is 4 wounds total. So now my attack's up. I get 2 IG power axe attacks. Just kind of rolling all my attacks now. It doesn't matter about initiative. I'm just getting them out of the way. So I need 4s.
Pile you in here.
Hey, thanks, brother.
Just make sure we're good.
Come to find out when you roll 6 4-ups, I've heard that was good. 6s.
Yep.
So that is 1 wound.
All right, and that's AP 2. I
sir.
am forewarned in fortune, so I get a 4-up with a reroll. Failed. Made the reroll.
Now I have 1 Libby that has a power axe. That is 1 wound.
Okay, 4-up with a reroll.
Then I have Tiggy. And I have my smiting Militarum Priest. That is a hit. 6, that is a wound.
Juice, I hate to do this to you, but remember she rolled a 9.
Oh, you're right. I don't
Sorry.
get.
Sorry, I really wanted
Oh,
her
that's
to
right.
smash.
I don't get that.
But she doesn't get the smash.
I'm sorry. And then I get my Engine Seer that has his harness.
Yep.
So his attacks. And
3 sword.
yes,
Nope.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Strength
yes,
8.
yes, strength 8
No
base model.
reroll.
Yep. So 4 invul again, and he makes it. All right.
And Codiez gets his 3 attacks, needing force. I am the Hatred, get to reroll because of the priest. It doesn't matter. And I am strength 6, so looking for a 5. No, I can smell activating force in my future coming up. And that's all I have. Okay, so that is the bottom of your turn, dog. It is literally getting thick and bloody super fast.
I love it.
How do you feel about your turn? Let's talk about it.
All right, after the crushing blow of losing the Wraith Knight really early on, and one of my War Spiders getting devastated by all the blast templates, it was nice to get the Talus stuck in. Your invisibility obviously prevented the amount of wounds I'd like to have caused, but I feel pretty comfortable. We were able to get rid of the Wyverns. It's anyone's game at this moment to see how this fight in the center turns out.
All right, so the G plan for me on my 3. This is the top of the turn. Kill points looks like I might be losing the battle a little bit because I know those War Spiders are going to be able to pick on tanks. So literally this turn, 2 things is a must happen for me. I have to keep my psychic presence, my psychic game super strong in the center so I don't lose that and keep that unit tied up. And Pask and that Plasmacutioner has to come clutch for me and knock down at least 1 full squad of Warp Spiders. Okay, there wasn't much to move. And what I did want to do, before I get too much further, these guys get to jump and do it. Like, it looks all cute and neat that I'm going to do all this damage, but I know he's going to flicker jump. So if everybody can see, I kind of did this number right here, like the turn and move backwards, because the one thing that I didn't want to have happen is him to leapfrog me and get out of my firing arcs, you know what I mean, with this 12-inch or whatever move. So basically here, I got him hopefully kind of corralled. We'll see what kind of roll he gets, but just so everybody at home knows that. So we are in the psychic phase. So I'm gonna roll, this is our community dice. 3, I'm happy with that. And I'm gonna start jump out of the gate with invisibility. I can't F around with that. This is a must that has to go off. I'm going to say that Tiggy does not allow me to roll a bunch of 1s right here. And see it? Oh, double 6 is going to have to stick. So before we do anything else, I have to roll my perils results. Okay, so here is the result of that perils. And let's see if I pass my leadership check. Oh, wow. I literally said I didn't need the perils and kill myself, and it came that close. So I am going to take the wound. Can't do anything about that, but luckily enough, it did go off.
And for those at home, so you understand how close he came, any unit within 12 inches of the Corpse Thief is -1 to their leadership. So he literally
rolled exactly what I needed. So that was as clutch as it comes. Thanks, Tiggy. Brian, did you want to try to stop that invisibility with 5 successes?
I'm going to go with a no.
Okay. So I have 2 more abilities that I want to try to get off here. One is going to be Force. Try not to perils again. Whew. Okay. Did not perils, but that is 4 successes.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try to stop it. So let's see what happens. 1 success I hear is not better than 4, so I'm guessing that they have force.
That is not the same. So, and then, this is something that I really like doing, everybody at home. I'm gonna forewarn from the unit within to Pask and this tank unit. I need to make sure that I protect them against all the wrath that these Warp Spiders can do, especially since I'm giving up a lot of rear armor. Does go off.
I have no dice left, so that's gonna be 4 up invuln tanks.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pass in this unit. I'm not going to try to split fire, not doing any of that. I really want to put all the firepower that I can right here. So I'm going to declare and then let Brian do his super flicker twist,
All right,
jump back.
So my super flicker, it's called flicker jump for those of you at home. And it's a 2d6. Let's see what happens. 5 inches is probably not enough to help me significantly in this particular scenario. I have some options. I want to try to negate as much line of sight as possible. So what I'm probably going to do is just suck up the fact that I can't really stop past from getting to me, but I can do a lot of hindering on the Plasma Cutioner's ability to see line of sight on me, and hope that that coupled with a cover save might save a couple Warp Spiders.
Okay, so the Plasma Cutioner is going to be up first. My 2 side sponsons are not going to be able to see, but my big top cannon definitely is. So this is to see if it gets hot. It does not, so that is coming in hot with 3 templates. I'm going to obviously try to get the most images. It looks like I can get right on top of this X arch. Okay, we're X arch. And that's where I'll be rolling from. So looking for a hit. That is going to go 2 inches. I guess I'm not too terribly mad with that because it could always,
at least like 3.
it could always definitely, yeah. Oh, that definitely picks up 5.
5 it is.
And then the next one. Yeah, that's going to be off the board.
Yep.
And the last one. Now that is going to move 4 total inches, or excuse me, 3 total inches. Looks like I pick up 1. So that's 6 total. Not bad.
No. My little toughness 3 Eldar, that's in anything but to wound.
And here are my 6 to wounds. And I am preferred enemy. So that is 6 wounds.
Alright, so I only have a 5-up cover save option. I do have the option to go to ground. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and take it, simply because I know the pass is going to shoot next, and these spiders, if they have any hope of being any meaningful presence in the game, it's going to be a couple of them left after all this shooting. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 4-up cover saves behind the chassis of the dead Chimera. Looks like I lose 4, so I'm going to take the first 4 models. Didn't have to roll a lookout, sir, but the Exarch is next in line.
All right, it's passing that Punisher cannon coming up. Now, I removed 2, as everybody knows. There was only 1 there, but I do get to re-roll these Unos. Now, I am not shooting at, this is the first time I'm not shooting at something at super high toughness, so I'm strength 5 against 3s, so I need 2 or betters. Re-rolling 1s. Only got 2 6s in there, so he'll have to take 2 going to ground in the open. Brian, if you want to get those out of the way first, and then a bunch of saves.
So I'm going to start with Lookout Sirs, because I'd like to keep my Exarch, even though hope is limited. So then he is a 4-up, so one of them he has to take on himself, which is just a 6-up. He fails it, but he's a 2-wound model, and he's only strength 5, so he technically still has a wound. We'll see how that pans out in the end. All right, so going ahead and rolling.
And then 1, because you did have
to
to.
the second Warp Spider. He
Stuck
actually
it.
makes it.
I always love it when I make going to ground save.
Now these are all armor saves. I'm just going to roll them as Lookout Sirs right off the bat so we can determine who's going where. Looks like all of these are Lookout successful. All of these, the poor little Exarch's got to take. Anything that fails will kill a Warp Spider, of course. Not a lot of hope for this Warp Spider squad. So that's 4. That's the Exarch plus 3 dead Warp Spiders, which is the entire squad. I didn't even have to re-roll the second set of dice. So I'm going to go ahead and swing first in my initiative 4 with my Taluses. We're already here in the close combat phase. And the big fight in the middle. I need 3s to hit because I'm weapon skill 5. It's the majority weapon skill of my opponent, except that he's invisible. So I literally hit nothing.
Kind of find out invisibility is kind of good.
Pretty good. In case anybody wondered how good invisibility was.
So now we start with everything else that I have that is all forced up. So we're just going to go with Chief Librarian Tiggy McTiggerton. You are weapon skill 5. So I need to reroll because of
No, that's only in the first round.
In the first round of combat.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, no.
So here this is. So now I am strength 6.
Yep, need 5s.
So that is 1 3-up save or die.
But you are a 4, so you get a 3-up with reroll because I am fortunate.
There we go.
So he does
Save that.
And to be clear, I'm going to start my saves on the guy who only has 1 wound die.
Absolutely. So then now I have a librarian with a force axe.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 hit. And now strength 5 looking for a 6. Nope. And then I have a Thunderhammer from Codiez.
Demon Hammer.
Demon Hammer, excuse me. So he is Master Crafted. And then now strength 6 looking for 5s. I did get 1.
Alright, so the 4-up from Forewarning with Fortune. Failed the first. Failed the second, and because you're only strength 6, but you are force, so I do not get my feel no pain, this guy dies.
And the last librarian with force, he just has a force sword. So he does a bunch of good nothing. I have 2 Sarges with power axes. Now this is strength 5, not force, nothing. And my Engine Seer, I've got a lot of attacks from a lot of different models. My Engine Seer is coming in hot with 2 strength 8 attacks. 1 hit. That is nothing.
No, yeah, just barely.
Yep, so, and you are fearless?
Yeah, you won combat by 1, but they're fearless,
Doesn't matter.
so we're
There we
stuck
are.
here again.
Okay, what a turn. I was able to pick up a unit, still was able to give some cover for my Pask and the Punisher, because that and this blob, those are like the 2 meat and potatoes on my list. So for me to be able to cut down the rest of these units as they're moving around and running, I gotta have those 2 models. And I'm holding the center strong, so we'll see what the later turns happen. All right, so Brian, this is your turn 3. Let's talk about what's gonna happen.
All right, so I'm at this point. It's all about making sure that we pay attention to the mission. So I'm going to try to pick up some kill points. Ultimately, that Manicore fired off his last missile, so fortunately he has no more offensive capability, but he is worth a kill point.
Still giving up a kill point there.
Probably an easier kill point than obviously trying to go after one of the Pask tanks. So that's more like what Red Squad's going to do. White Squad and the Farseers are going to probably just try to maneuver themselves into places where they're least likely to give up kill points, so that I am really pretty much going to leverage the game on Pask's ability to hunt me down and what happens in the center. Okay, so we finished moving my Eldar phase. Not a lot of movement, but just kind of positioning myself, like I said, to try to avoid getting shot off the table. My Farseers are going to attempt this psychic phase. Let's see how many community dice we get. Looks like 3 community dice. Okay, with these dice, there's really only 2 powers I'm really concerned about, and only 1 unit I'm really concerned about, and that's trying to make sure that my Taluses don't die. So I'm going to roll for Fortune first, coming off of my Warlord. I'm going to throw 5 dice at it, needing 4s, and I do get a reroll any number of dice I choose. It looks like I got 4 successes. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll the last one since I didn't roll a 6, so there's no chance of perils. So I've got 5 successes on Fortune.
Good to go.
All right.
Can't stop 5.
So the other Farseer is going to roll 4 dice, my 4 remaining dice, at Forewarning, which is only a level 1 power. Again, since it's a new Farseer and I didn't roll any 6s, I'm definitely going to roll this last one. Looks like I got 4 successes on Forewarning. I'm assuming Juice is going to go ahead and deny because I'm all out of dice.
And here, see if I can stop it. Only pick up 2, so that's not going to do it.
We're good at rolls and not so good at the denying.
Brian, we're back in assault.
Here we go again. Okay, so at initiative 4, we've only got 3 of them left, unfortunately, and sadly, they still need 6s to hit. Let's see what happens. We got a hit this time. That's nice to see. Strength 7 APT, re-rolling the wound. That's a 6 back there, so they do a 1 whopping wound, kill a 4 nameless, harmless guardsmen, and let's see if they can weather the storm in response.
All right. Tiggy, coming in hot. Nothing. Guy with power sword. He actually hit, but we're looking for 6s. This is 1-6 with a power sword, so we're a 4-up reroll.
All right, here we go. First one failed. Second one managed to magically pull out a 4. That is the power of fortune, gentlemen. And ladies. Sorry, my bad.
Then we have the Demon Hammer. Mastercraft. That's a wound.
Here we go again.
That is a save. So nothing. Then I have 2 power axes. And cocked. 1 wound.
All right, let's see what we do. One
Good to
save.
go. And we are stuck in yet another long turn longer.
I won that one now.
Good to think I am fearless as well. So Brian, that was the end of your turn 3. How do you feel about where the game is so far?
I mean, it's been a bloody game. A lot of dead on both sides. I do currently have an up on the kill points that makes me feel a little good. Unfortunately, at this point, my Eldar, save my poor Taluses, are in full retrograde to avoid getting shot off the table by Pask and his Plasma Kushner. So we'll see.
My turn 4. Literally, it's just time to hunt down some small Eldar units. It's time for this Plasma Kushner to do what they do, and they're going to try to see, they're going to declare the Warp Spiders, the Red Squad, as a target, so Brian gets to do his jump move.
Here we go with the flicker jump. It's like 8 inches, which might get us out of Pask's range, which is probably our key. And we're going to try to stay in line with this close combat in this ruin, so at least they might get a decent cover save. Because as we saw earlier, that unit absolutely has the capacity to make a Warp Spider squad just disappear. Knowing that I'm facing templates, I'm going to spread out a little bit, try to minimize the amount of wounds I receive.
Okay, so let's see what the range result is. So Pask is out of range. I still have a las cannon and all my plasma love. Las cannon is up first from Pask. That is a hit. That is a wound, and
we're not going to go to ground on this one simply because the hope is that we'll get ourselves in a position where they can't be shooting at us anymore. So we're just going to take that one in the face.
I like it. Heavy Bolter is next from the Plasma Kushner. That is a wound.
All right, here we go with the 3-up armor save. Good.
All right, and now 3 gets hots. We've got the good old top turret and 2 sides. All right, Brian, if you'll give me a template there in a nice center area. Maybe on top of, I was thinking somewhere that next guy right behind him. Let's see if I'm in range. Let's just
so it looks like you're only going to get 1, but this looks like a really good opportunity to get good scatters for you.
Perfect, and that looks just on the cusp of where I could go anyway.
All right.
So here is the first roll.
Hits.
So 1. That is a total of 6 inches, brother.
Thank you. Looks like about that way. Gets another one.
Okay, so I have 2 total. My third go.
4 or 3, excuse me.
3, and then this is my 4th one.
That's 3 inches.
Yep.
Yay. Another one.
So 1 for 1 on everyone. My last template.
That's going to be 4 out here. That's actually going to be nothing, weirdly.
Okay, so I am going to be rocking 4 wounds against your brother.
All right.
Anything butts, I get to re-roll because I'm not a butt. And there's 4.
There we go. All right, so I need 4-ups from this ruins in the middle, and that's the only thing it's got to save me. I lose 3. 1 looks like 2 and 3. Good news is the X-Arc, well, good news for me. The X-Arc allows me to pass all my leadership checks, so they don't care about the loss of over 33% of their unit.
Looks like we'll be heading to the assault phase.
Okay, so we're back to the assault. Here we go again. Talos versus the Blob. Taloses are swinging first at I4, well, simultaneously with the Space Marines, but essentially first. And let's see what we need. We need 6s to hit. We got 3. 3, as all of you have seen. That's better than we've done so far. Need 2s to wound. Looks like 3.
Looks like I am going to start. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a spot where I can pick 3 models up, and it doesn't have to be a power axe. So for example, if I came here, I can't skip leapfrog or anything else. So actually what I'll do is I'll pick this model who's in base contact, knock him over, and no matter which way I go, I'm able to get 2 and 3.
All right, Juice, your time to smack me back.
Ready to go, so here we go. So Tiggy's on deck. Strength 6.
Looking for them 5s. 1 3 up because he's only AP 4. Good to go.
Okay. 1 power sword Libby. Okay. Next initiative, we have
All the
a
I-1s.
crap ton of guards.
Yep, I1s.
So
Oh, no. That's right, because remember, folks, you got misfortune. So all the guard get to swing now.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guard swings. Two 6s, so that's 2 rims.
Okay, needing 4s with rerolls. All right, stuck them.
Stuck both. My engine seer, strength 8.
I actually pulled that 5 out. And,
So then we've got the Thunder Hammer, or the Demon Hammer, excuse me, from Codiez. Master crafted. Here we go. Coat. And then 2 5s. That is 2 6s.
How about 2 6s? Failed one, but we have fortune. Feel no pain. Does
It's
not
instant
happen
death.
because of instant death caused by force. So we're just going to drop this guy.
Okay. And then now the Power Axe, Force Axe from the Librarian. So that is 2.
I apologize, folks. I feel like something of an idiot. I should probably pull off the guy who's already lost a move.
And then looking for 6s to wound. So that is 1 wound from Force.
Okay. And need the 4 up. That's kind of a cock die, so we're going to reroll that. It's a super cock die, so we're going to reroll that. Failed the first one. Made the second.
Okay, and then 2 power axes from my Sarges in the IG squad. So I've got looking for 6s and nothing. So not bad. Again, he's still fearless, and so am I. So we'll move it on to the next turn. All right, that was my turn 4. I feel really good about it. I feel like through nutrition, I'm going to be able to chew this unit down. He's not going to be able to get all the psych abilities that he wants maybe next turn, unless he wants to dare to come a little closer, maybe go away. I know Pask is moving to that center of the table, so if this game goes to the latter turns, he's going to be able to munch down on whatever he looks at.
Okay, so as Juice mentioned, it's an issue about psychic powers. Probably going to utilize the really crazy ability of Farseers on bikes to kind of move around and do whatever they want to do, because Eldar. Ultimately, it's going to be the center of the battlefield that's going to make the difference in this game. Okay, so we moved around a little bit, brought the Farseers out so they could get their psychic powers off onto the Talos while still being able to turbo boost back into safety, hopefully. Right now, we're going to see what our communal dice roll is. Looks like 2 extra dice. Once again, no change. We're going to try to get fortune off on the Talos as being kind of our key event. We got 3 successes, but I did roll a 6, so I'm not going to re-roll this 3. I'm just going to let the 3 successes roll and see what Juice wants to do with it.
Good to have it.
Okay. Second Farseer is going to attempt forewarning. 4 successes, can't ask for much better than that.
4 successes beats.
All right, 2 tonight. So it looks like, once again, they're fortuned and forewarned.
All right, Brian, you're up, man.
All right, here we go again. Got 2 dudes left. He's, of course, still invisible. So let's see what happens. Even 6s. What do you know? Not a single one. Didn't even break a 4.
All right, so Tiggy Tig doing his thing. So that is 2 instant deaths at 3 up saves.
All right, get to reroll because of fortune. Of course, I failed. So hey, this is what happens.
Yeah, they've been holding out strong. So now we've got a power sword, Libby, or force sword, excuse me. They all 3 hit. I'm gonna need 6s out of him, as you guys know. Wow, 2 6s on that.
All righty, need 4s with a reroll. He makes them both.
All right. Now we've got the Demon Hammer.
Mastercraft.
Mastercrafted, thank you. 3 hits and strength 6.
Strength 8.
No, he's only
Oh, you're
strength
right.
3
I'm sorry. The
times
Tech
2.
Marines, the one that's.
So 1 force.
All right, here we go. Failed the first one. Failed the second one. And that gets him.
I mean, to be honest, Brian, let's just take 2 seconds here to show. Obviously, we know what a blob squad with all these and this, but that doesn't happen a lot. That unit dying, does it?
Oh, no,
Especially with those
absolutely
psychic
not.
abilities, like that you have your buffs. I mean, that is just. I just think to my head, I'm like, God dang, what else can I do? What else can I roll? I mean, this unit has to be this buffed up to be able to contest with your unit with just 2 psychic abilities.
No, I agree. I mean, it just took out 4 monstrous creatures that were a squad that were fortuned and forewarned. I mean, it's hard to argue with. I mean, it's a really strong. It's just really strong.
Yeah, I mean, it just.
My various conclave with a blob squad.
Yeah, and again, like that just shows to how a lot of people might not be using that aspect of the Dark Eldar ally to an Eldar unit because they want to go with all the D and everything else. But I really like that unit. So this is my consolidation here. Has a total of 4 inches.
Okay, so that's the end of my 4, right? Let's keep
Moving
track
on to
here.
turn 5. Yep.
Moving on to turn 5. Obviously, a little disheartening for the Eldar. The good old Talos finally gave in to the Blob Squad. The only advantage, I guess, that I can speak to is that the Eldar are really good at running away and hiding.
That they are.
Here we go.
Okay, my turn 5. It's time to just kind of move into position, but with all the jumping and moving and all that stuff that Eldar do, and the good amount of line of sight blocking pieces of terrain here, I don't think I'm going to get many opportunities to get some firepower in, unless we can go to turn 7. So, but I'm going to play as if it's going to keep rolling. Okay, so psychic phase. I am going to let's see how many dice we get. That's an additional 2. So. Just in case, I'm going to still try to cast invisibility. I'm not going to be so overzealous with dice. That's going to come on to the blob unit there.
I'm good with it.
Okay. And basically at that point, I will let everything else go. Just in case maybe he wants to try to plink out. Again, I'm playing for turn 7 because I'm down on the kill points.
I'm going to attempt to deny that choice. What 2 successes? Clearly I deny.
And that was my turn. Pretty much just kind of positioning, and that's about it. See what Brian does, and go into a potential turn 6.
Okay, because objectives aren't part of this mission, it's only kill points. My guys are going to attempt to continue to run, and that's it.
You know, it's so funny when TOs are like, oh, you can't finish this game, this and this. Literally, we just did a full game turn that took us so long in the beginning. Literally, I think it was in 2 minutes, a full game turn of turn 5.
It may be
2
minutes.
Yeah. So either way, so there we are. Again, I need this to go to 7 just to kind of keep him cornered. Brian is looking for this thing to end right now so he can pull it out with kill points.
Oh, thank God.
That is it, Brian.
Brother,
What
that
a
was fun,
great
man.
game, man. Like, absolutely great game.
I can't believe how abused I feel and still maybe pull out a victory.
Absolutely. So to get all the last final game wrap-ups, to hear the banter back and forth from Brian and I, and get all the ins and outs of this game, go to thelongwar.net and become a veteran of the Long War today.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.